In plenty of job descriptions, it will say that like we've got the right to search. We've got the right to search you because I've seen it already. Whether it's right or not, no, I don't necessarily think so. I think there's a lot you can learn from a person in person, but there's a very strong perception that you can pick up from like an online presence, from what they might tweet, from what they might say on Facebook, which doesn't always get sort of a true depiction of how the person is. So I wouldn't say it's right, but it happens. It does happen. Plenty of people get in trouble for it.
Like if I went for a job interview and they wouldn't, I don't think that's right, to be honest. No, because I mean, like I can understand why they do it because they want to see what you're like at home, but like that might be completely different to how you act when you're at work. I mean, like you might have some really crazy life or go out clubbing a lot, but when it comes to work, you're like really knuckle down, and then if they see that, they think of you in a different way. So I don't really think that's alright.
Do you think companies do that generally?
Yeah, I know companies that have done that.
I think it's better to meet the person in person, if you know what I'm saying, instead of Googling them and then looking at their references. But at the same time, it's the same thing as sending them your CV. So I would assume, yeah. Pretty much.
And what about you?
I think you should definitely Google somebody if you like check out their Facebook and, you know, I think you should, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's right because it's kind of awkward because how you're like in private, it's not the same way as you are like when you're...
You shouldn't have anything like that like incriminating that would put anybody off you, and then you probably are in the wrong job if you are going to do anything incriminating. It's just doing like a, what's it called, CIB check, something like that. With like, if you work in a school or something, you have to like check up on the person. I think it should be the same for any job.
Own company, would you Google people who are going to...
Hypocritical. Probably. It depends on, obviously, their character.
Yeah.
If I think that if they're an alright person, like, obviously...
So you Google them after you met them?
Yeah, I wouldn't Google them straight away.
Yeah, okay.
Obviously, if they seem a bit shady, then I think that's when Googling needs to be involved,
Not as much as I should, but I do, yeah.
Okay. Do any of you guys use LinkedIn?
No.
Okay. It's good for when you are coming up to graduation. It's useful.
It's kind of like an online CV sort of idea. So you create a profile, but it's all about like your professional work and experience. And companies from like businesses all over the world basically use it and have their own profiles, so you can kind of link in with companies you're interested in, and then they can link it if they're interested in you. They can link it to you, and if you go to interviews now. Sometimes they'll ask, have you got a LinkedIn, and they'll go and check out your online CV and experience through LinkedIn.
In the sense that the field in which I want to work in, if I need to sort of like advertise myself, I need like LinkedIn or profiles, like, so I need to be locatable as well. So it works both ways.
So your LinkedIn is your professional stuff?
Yeah, well, I mean, LinkedIn's really helpful just for jobs generally, but I mean, I want to work in like film and media, so LinkedIn's quite essential for people finding you and a portfolio.